Whoa, you just told me we're recording in progress. Did you hear that, John?
I did.
You did? Wow, well, we better be careful then, because it's being recorded and you don't know who's going to be watching. Right, I see you've put up a petition out on the old internet about getting the planning panels, getting them back to 2 rather than the single panel that we have at the moment. I mean, a little bit of background on that before you tell us the reasons why you put that through. The reality is, at the moment, there are 9 people sitting on planning that cover the whole of RBWM. Previously, before COVID, we had 2 panels of 9 representing, 1 for Windsor and 1 for Maidenhead. So that meant that there was more likely to be local representation on any given panel. So that's the situation. And you've put in, and I totally agree with your sentiment of wanting to get back to 2 panels. So you tell us a bit more about why.
Well, it first came up, I believe, April, May last year, during the middle of the COVID crisis, when it was decided that the panels would be combined and that only 9 people would sit. And I was a bit dubious about it because I thought with the advent of Zoom, it'd be possible still to create 2 separate panels, but 2 separate Zoom meetings. But the powers that be decided that actually that was just more opportunity for things to go wrong. So went along with that, didn't cause a fuss about it. But we're now moving out of that COVID period. We're now moving back to actual face-to-face meetings. And, you know, I think it's now time to get back to how it used to be, where you can have local people making local decisions about local issues. And this is a prime example of this, where you get the actual local knowledge of the local councillors having a valuable input rather than having somebody from Maidenhead second guessing what's going on in the depths of Windsor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, the thing was, I could understand their reservations around Zoom because we didn't know how Zoom would perform. We'd not used it, you know, as a council. Obviously, we're all tuned into YouTube and people using YouTube, but Zoom as a principle for business meetings was new to most of us. And so I could totally get there being a nervousness, a reservation, a wanting to do something right and get things right, because everybody was in panic mode back then.
And there's another point. There's another point there about the actual stretching of officers' time, because officers need to be at those meetings. And if you only had 1 set of officers available, then you could concentrate that on 1 meeting. So it's understandable that you might want to limit that. But again, as I say, we're now moving out of that COVID crisis situation into almost normality.
Yeah, totally agree. So if people agree with you that we should have 2 panels to represent, you know, the 2 areas, what should they do?
What they should do is they should either look out for the links on social media. You'll see an RBWM petition with the title of local plan, and they should click on that link, add their name, their address and their agreement to be added to the petition and sign that petition. I think across Windsor and Maidenhead, we should get a good response for that. I think it's important that people recognise that local decisions for local people is the right way to go.
Excellent. Yeah, totally agree with you. I've signed it. I think I was the first to sign it. As soon as I saw it going in there, I thought, wow, that's great. Yeah, we need to do that. And yeah, so they can, in order to find the petitions, they could simply Google RBWM petitions, and it will will pop up top of the tree, and then just look for it on there.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think if they look in for local plans is the name of the URL. So I think it goes petitions.rbwm/local plan. That will bring you straight to the petition there. You need to be living within the RBWM area to sign it. And we're hoping to present it to an extraordinary council meeting on the 29th of June. So we've only got till the 24th of June to get all the signatures in, which is a bit tight, but I think we can do it.
Plenty of time. So that's 1 month, isn't it? They've got a month from today to get it signed. So basically, get it signed ASAP. That's
it. And tell all their friends, family, anybody local they know about it. Yeah, I'd rather have, if I was having some planning consent required, I'd rather have local people I could talk to, yeah, and present a case to, rather than to have it done by somebody who has no interest in the local area.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, John. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, John.